Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast with me Matt, where we have another 2v2 again here in the June tournament in Game Series 2.1 Game 2. Let's go for the players. There's in the Germans now. We have Alucard with the buff that says without command choice, and Muru has the buff that says without command choice. Representing the Soviets now, we have Smokey with tank division straight at the gate, and Arranged Karma with shock division straight at the gate. This should be fascinating. Soviets are always a joy to watch because the Soviets can bring so much manpower and presence to the battlefield. Really unlike most other factions, to be honest. The Soviets have a tool for basically everything at this point. Which makes the Soviets a pretty powerful faction. In my opinion, I'd say the Soviets have the potential to be the most powerful faction in Ironside. I can record this early in the morning because I have a lot of things to get through today. I need to go and get some stuff for maintenance. Regardless though, let's see how much I can get done here today. I have a lot more tournament games to still get through. Taking a lot of my time, to be honest. So I have to move all the way up here to the fuel points. Oh, and they're clearing... Oh, that's smart. They're clearing out the stock. That's actually a huge thing to do. You have the sappers engaging with some buff that says Storm Pioneers here who have established some sandbags. You know, the conscripts into the fuel. But see, that's really smart, taking out that stock there, because that stock is usually a pretty good bit of heavy cover. So very well played there from Arranged Karma. But the Soviets are trying to get more presence now. Conscripts now are approaching to support the sappers. Looks like Alucard has gone for the third SS, that's propaganda tactics. Recognize that skull symbol everywhere. Anyway, the Totenkopf. Meanwhile, Muro has gone for Panzer. You can see the key. So shock and tank versus Panzer and propaganda. That should be interesting. Strumgani is trying to get on the flank here, but some Fontoviki could intercept them. Pioneers are trying to make a move here, but there's like no cover to work with anymore. So the sappers could just shoot them down as they try to make their approach. But there's a Molotov here in the sandbags, and the Germans just standing in it. But it didn't really hurt them that much by the looks of it. Actually it does, because that's for each individual model that's now low on health, I think. Sappers have to pull back though from securing that pond. We have some Folksturm being called in, which is a unique squad available to SS Propaganda, some militia-style troops. We actually have a Folksturm machine gun 08 here, a machine gun used by the German Empire in the previous World War. So bring out all the old guns. Still a pretty reliable machine gun, to be honest. A machine gun is a machine gun. It's manned by Folksturm, though. It's probably even manned by the ones who manned it in the previous war, if you think about it. We also have an MT-34 over here for the Leibstandarte. Oh, we have MP-40s equipped here on the Sturmgrenadiers, which immediately allows us to mow down the Soviets at close range. And we also have some Sturmgrenadiers covering the side here. Overall, I think the Germans have a good position now to storm the Soviet positions. They also move to clear out the side blocker, good to see. It's going to give them more of an opening to watch through. But a Maxim has arrived. And there's no cover for the MG. There's some Hitler you've pulled onto the field as well, a cheaper unit if you're playing as SS Panzer. And he's trying to do his best to keep the Maxim suppressed, but it's going to get suppressed itself, I think. Sturmgrenadier is also moving up at the flank here. Hitler Youth are being suppressed out in the open. Right here being tossed by the... That's actually a pretty long range grenade, but again, the steel hand granate can be thrown pretty far. You have some Folksturm trying to dig in over here with some Storm Pioneers, but they're being stopped with some Fontoviki presence. MG08s are moving out again. Double MG08s actually. Folksturm are considered militia though, so they get suppressed pretty quickly, as you can see. They have like no real training. New sideback wall being established here by the Soviets. Sorry, it's still very early in the morning to me, as I said. My allergies are not doing too well today. I hate grass pollen. I have hay fever. It's really annoying. It's all drowsy and such sometimes. Maxim is being shot at and has to pull back. The MG08s are simple, but they can get the job done. You have a universal carrier here, flying around, lend-lease from the British Commonwealth to the Soviet Union. They're able to shock commander. Pretty decent little utility vehicle to have. You have a cool bank with an MG42 here approaching. Maxim is out of range at the moment. Actually, it is. It's just being auto-fired. Ooh, they're waiting for the right target. There we go, now it's opening fire, ripping into the Storm Grenadiers. Sometimes revealing your position and firing immediately is not always the wisest move. You can sometimes... Oh, shit, he still got killed. Okay. I missed that. Universal carrier now opening fire on the machine gun here. They can target the gunner because they're out in the open. Oh, they lost the gunner in the universal carrier though. Hitler, you're pushing up. I think the Soviets might actually be overrun here. Yeah, especially after that incendiary grenade. I think the Germans got this. Yeah, they pushed through. Impressive. Well, the Germans also holding down here, setting up another MG08 in the outhouse of all places. And the Volkssturm are getting suppressed in the center, forcing them back. And this universal carrier is being peppered. Oh, this is smart. Muru is scavenging the Maxim so it cannot be taken and also getting some supplies out of it. We have an Untersturmführer arriving here for Alucard. Oversee the front line. We have the Soviets just digging in and bringing up minesweepers now, as well as a half-track. At least from the United States. That's set to pull out. Shock troopers are arriving now, though. Unique to Shock Army. Pretty damn good units, by the way. Very costly, though. Armed with SVTs, as you can see. Artillery strike in the fuel point here. Might be smoke. Yeah, it is indeed smoke. So the Totenkopf is going to do an assault now that there's smoke going in. Not really though, they don't have anything to push with. So it's their mine. So it's their mine there. Well, the fighting continues up here. Kulwagen is being quite a bit of a nuisance. But we have a T-70 arriving. And the Germans don't really have any AT guns prepared, but they do. They don't have Panzerfaust either. You need to be somewhat cautious with this T-70 until they can get a pack up, or Panzerfausts. More shock troopers being prepared. EPM has been picked up here by the Hitler Youth. And we do a Panzerfaust pick up here and one Sturm Grenadier here. Ooh, and now it's in range. Oh, they managed to shoot the guy trying to Panzerfaust it. Heading into the next build mode, they are being grenaded as they enter it. Good grenade. I think the shock troopers might need to ditch that building. Tap us on the flank. Oh, we have the half-track from the other Soviet players coming to help. Doing a drive-by here with a 50 caliber and flamethrower with conscripts inside as well. Pack has to set up quick. It's a Pack 40. I can just shoot straight for that half-track. So it's a quickly disembarking. Artillery strike in the center might be smoke. Yep. So the Germans are going to do an assault for the center. But just blocking the advance. Half-track down. But the Soviets have managed to secure some ground. Thanks to their ally coming to help. Oh, are they laying a booby trap? They did, but that's gonna be destroyed by the grenade. Too many shots here prevent the Soviets from doing much. Well, the Soviets have some grounding and they have both fuel points. But the point over here they're not getting anything from because it's been cut off. Also, the Totenkopf is doing an assault for the center. Setting up some Cellar Sturm Grenadiers to try and secure the ground. They just have to take out that Dushka. And that'll be taken out in a short time now. Oh, the T-70 is moving to intercept. Yeah, today checks out the defense here. We do have a T-60 arriving here for the other Soviet. Like a T-70, but with an autocannon instead of a 45mm gun. I'd honestly say the T-60 is perhaps more useful, because the T-60 can actually deal with infantry more reliably because of its autocannon. But it's probably not nearly as good against light vehicles, obviously. My T-70 can still deal with half-tracks and Pumas and such. Also the 2s for that matter. The T-60 can't. So I'm pretty sure anyway. It's having a little bit of issues deciding who to target. There we go. So now it's fine. Shock was having trouble fighting against the first SS here due to this machine gun. He probably spotted the pack. Yep, the T-70 has to back off. That's Dushka coming up behind that man by shock troopers. Lots of shock troopers here. Oh, they're gonna spread out to try and assault the machine gun. But there's still some side blocking there. Grenade on the machine gun, but there's shock troopers to get it back. Ooh, one in the city. Oh, I think the shock troopers are gonna die here. I think they might have overextended. That's some costly squads to lose for the Soviets. At least just one squad anyway in this case. Dropping the DPMs too. It's just laying down accurate rifle fire here at long range. Kind of what they're good at. Also a command tank here arriving for Muro. The Panzer IV F1. Pretty good command tank. Well, not really, really good, but it can get the job done. We have some actual big shock assault infantry called in here. Yeah, F1 is actually gonna have troubles penetrating the T-70 at this range. Because the T-70 has surprisingly good frontal armor for its size. Oh, we also had some motor guards here. I really missed that. Maximum arriving here. We have some production increases going on here. So it's probably paying for more tanks. T-70 is still getting some good shots into the F1. But could get flanked by a pack there. Oh, yeah. Who's shocked? Or dazed, rather. Now the F1 can start to advance on the shock troopers a bit. But should not get too close, although I don't think the shock troopers have any anti-tank weapons. That's a lot of Germans. Hitler Youth for doing an assault here. And this and the Totenkopf is on the flank. E-70 might the last here. F1 is on the hunt. There it goes. Okay, well, the Soviets with the T-60s preparing to do an assault over here. Bring up their motor guards with it. And some minesweeper sappers. I don't see any Riegel mines. Oh, wait, there's Riegel mines. You can barely see them there in the grass. But the Germans are advancing pretty far here. Hold on an artillery strike there at that point. Some more shock troopers arrive here to do their best. But that is a Sturm Grenadier with armed with an MG42. The Just quickly realizing what's going on here. Bring over Panzerjäger. It's going to be tossed here. That's a Gewalterladung, I think. Ooh, and the Gewalterladung does a fair amount of damage. I guess also turn to be ready. And the Regal Mine immobilizes the E60. And then Patrick finishes it off. The minesweeper was not close enough to detect it. Looking good there for the Soviets. But over here, the Germans keep advancing as well. Shock Army is not having a lot of what's it called? A lot of luck this time. Oh well, wait, never mind. Good shot with assist. Taking out the main gun there with the command tank. Max is still keeping an eye on the central point though, but the Soviets are not getting any fuel from it. At least they're denying it to the Germans, but the Germans do have the other fuel point now. It's moving up here to allow the Germans to remain in this farm now. They've secured for themselves. You see Armored Fist being upgraded there for the other Soviet player as well. But no Soviet medium armor yet. They're backing and just going for heavy armor potentially. Test guns are doing their thing. They are being served as an artillery piece. F1 is ready for action again. Shock was trying to get closer, but the smoke's not going to cover them enough. Ah, there's a side blocker in the path here. And I don't think we can shoot through it. Oh, never mind, you can, but it's not easy to do though. And more shock troopers are arriving as well. We have lots of shock troopers arriving. Everyone is going to go in the offensive. But it's not covered. So the Sturm Grenadiers can easily assault it. Here comes more of the Soviet Union's forces. Lots of Soviet troops. But again, they lack AT equipment. Well, these ones actually do have the AT grade, just the bad one. And they're pinned out there in the open. Well, not really the open, but I guess it was just too much machine gun fire coming our way. Now their cover's gone. Ah, speaking of tanks, yeah, here comes Soviet heavy armor. They're banking on a KV-8. Will the KV-8 be enough, though? You know, the Mthis is advancing up here. But the Germans have nothing to really fight the KV-8 but their packs, I think. Because this thing is dangerous. Really dangerous. Oh, they actually penetrated with the command tank. And pack. They actually hit the driver. And now they hit the driver again. Yeah, I think the KV-8 might have been overextended there. The flames, they clear out the machine gun. Over penetration on the tank. And without the machine gun, the Soviet shock troopers can advance a little bit more easier. We do have a T-34 coming up as well. More shock troopers are arriving here. Command tank down. The KV-8 can still be recovered. EBSH is now inside the structure here. Rain on it though. I think the Germans are going to lose this point. Yeah, they have to completely withdraw. But the Totenkopf comes in on the flank for the rescue. which allows the Soviets to start to advance over here a little bit. Building is on fire now. Sounds like Nebelwerfer's being called in. Heavy Nebelwerfer's to that. Yeah, that rocket too many now. And the KV-8 could be recovered, but the Soviets are still keeping close to it. They might have to just destroy it so the Soviets can't use it again. We do have a Stuk arriving. Quickly scavenging here with the truck. Is he gonna steal it? Oh yeah, they really did steal the KV-8. It does have a gun here in the back. But the AT gun prevents that. No surprise there, the Soviets would not allow the Germans to have a KV-8, I imagine. It does deny it to the Soviet Union. More shock troopers are arriving. The Soviets have teched up. They could invest in some conscripts if they want some cheaper reserve infantry. Conscripts do get cheaper for every base building you have now, by the way. That should take up. And the Open Police is just quickly working to scavenge everything it can from the battlefield. But the Open Police might have overextended. It will get the wreck there, though. Yeah, it gets cleared out by the PPSHs. Just an ungodly amount of automatic firepower here, as you can see. Oh, incendiary does do a lot of damage there. As you can see, they basically suppress everything they're firing at now, because there's just so much automatic firepower. But the Totenkopf is still staying around. We do have a Panzerwerfer being called in. And a Panther tank is being prepared by the 1st SS, which might be enough to basically just overrun the Soviets at this point. The Soviets don't have a lot of armor or anti-tank equipment that's heavy enough. We do have another KV-8 being prepared, but that will not do anything to a Panther unless I can get close enough to clock it with flames. That could happen, but I somewhat doubt it. Because I feel these players are good enough to know to not overextend their Panther, hopefully. Here's another KV-8. Using another T-34-76 also being prepared. Germans maintained a slow but steady advance. That's not looking good for the Soviet Union. All 3 victory points also in Axis hands at this point. We're gonna try to do a wide attack over here. But there's a Panther now. The Panther's gun can just shoot straight through the KV series, I think. Yep, crew dazed. Now the Panzerwerfer is opening fire as well. Doing a fair amount of damage, actually. Shot was trying to advance, but there's just too much pointing at them. They did do some damage, killing a squad, but I have to get out of there. Especially now that the third assist is arriving with the troops. Second Panzerwerfer is also being prepared. Cisco is not going to do much to a Panther. Quickly gaining some repairs on that KV again, as the Panther starts to make its advance. High explosive miss though. But the machine guns sign off to start clearing out the crew of the gun. The frontal armor of the Panther is immense. It's higher frontal armor than the Tiger, actually. So, ooh, KV-8 does kill the Panzerjägers before dying. At this point, the Germans are just advancing. Hitler Youth coming up behind. Dr. was advancing, forcing the Totenkopf back. But looks like the ended at this point. Or they might have desync, I don't know. Regardless though, I think this is a German victory. And I'll see you all in the next game, everyone. Bye bye!